The movie opens with Gerry Lane, a former top-tier CIA operative, now enjoying a quiet family life with his wife Karen and their two sweet daughters. They're on the road, moving to a new city for a fresh start. But their journey is abruptly halted when they get stuck in a massive traffic jam. As Gerry steps out of the car to check what's going on, chaos erupts, a sudden and violent zombie outbreak. These creatures are relentless, ripping through the crowd and turning people into zombies within seconds. The panic is immediate and overwhelming. In the midst of the bedlam, Gerry makes a chilling observation. It takes just 15 seconds for someone to turn after being bitten. The infection is spreading like wildfire, and the city is already crumbling under the weight of the outbreak. Through sheer determination, Gerry manages to get his family to safety. While navigating the destruction, he gets a call from an old CIA contact. Desperate, Gerry asks for help evacuating his family. His friend tells him about a helicopter extraction point at the top of a high-rise building. They rush to the building, but even there, the nightmare continues.
Where's Mommy? Karen! Hey! Hey! Hey!
People are turning and attacking each other inside. In the struggle, zombie blood splashes into Gerry's mouth, leaving him terrified that he might be infected. Gripped with fear, he considers jumping off the rooftop, thinking it's better to die than risk harming his family. But when the critical 15 seconds pass and nothing happens, Gerry realizes the virus doesn't transmit just through contact with blood, giving him a much-needed sense of relief. Just then, the helicopter arrives. The rescue team pulls Gerry and his family out, flying them to a safe military zone where Gerry reunites with his CIA friend. His friend lays it out. The outbreak has gone global. Governments everywhere are losing control. Food supplies are running low. Transportation systems are collapsing. Airports, roads, rail, all shut down. The world is spiraling. Gerry is urged to meet Dr. Fosbach, a scientist who's been studying the zombie virus for years. Fosbach believes the origin point might be in South Korea based on a cryptic email received before contact was lost. Gerry is now tasked with a mission: accompany Dr. Fosbach to South Korea, trace the virus's origin, and help develop a vaccine that could potentially save the human race. Once they arrive in South Korea, their team is immediately ambushed by a swarm of zombies. They fight back bravely, taking down many infected. But the panic proves too much for Dr. Fosbach. Terrified and inexperienced with field combat, he bolts toward the helicopter and accidentally shoots himself. He dies instantly. Now leading the mission alone, Gerry makes his way to a medical outpost believed to be near the virus's ground zero. There, a military officer shows Gerry the first known victim and says, "This was patient 0. Gerry asks the obvious question, who bit him? What caused all this? But no one has a clear answer. Soon after, a prisoner reveals that Israel had anticipated the crisis and built an enormous wall to protect itself. He hints that Israel may know more than they're letting on, and if Gerry wants answers, he'll find them in Jerusalem. Once in Jerusalem, Gerry meets a local contact who's tight-lipped. Meanwhile, the city is buzzing. People are singing, dancing, and celebrating their false sense of security. Gerry warns them to keep quiet, knowing loud noises attract the infected, but the crowd ignores him. Moments later, zombies start scaling the massive wall like insects and begin pouring into the city. The wall, meant to keep the horror out, fails spectacularly. Chaos breaks out. But Gerry notices something strange. Some people are getting attacked while others are being completely ignored by the zombies. That observation sticks with him. A local military aircraft evacuates Gerry and a few survivors. While airborne, Gerry senses something's wrong. The infection has reached the back of the plane. Infected passengers are turning. Then, a loud thud from a dropped suitcase triggers the zombies. Panic explodes on board. With no way to contain the outbreak, Gerry makes a split-second decision. He pulls the pin on a grenade. The blast rips through the plane, which crashes in a fiery explosion. Somehow, only Gerry and a female soldier named Sagan survive the crash. Though badly injured, they fight through their pain and make their way to a WHO research facility. Once there, doctors treat their injuries. Gerry tells them why he's come. He believes he's found a possible solution. He shares his theory: zombies aren't attacking everyone. They skip over sick individuals. That means the virus doesn't want hosts it can't thrive in. The sick are of no value to it. Skeptical, the scientists reply. If that's true, someone has to test it. One of us has to inject ourselves with a pathogen and walk past a zombie. If they don't attack, we'll believe you. Gerry volunteers without hesitation. But there's a problem. The pathogen samples are stored in a lab now completely overrun by zombies. With everything on the line, Gerry and a small team make their way into the danger zone. Zombies react to every sound and movement, and the group barely escapes multiple close calls. Eventually, Gerry reaches the secure vault where the samples are stored, but just as he's about to leave, a zombie blocks his path. With no time to think, Gerry injects himself with a bacterial pathogen. He waits.
The zombie looks at him, but doesn't attack.
The vaccine works. Gerry is now invisible to the infected. He's no longer seen as a viable host. Calmly and carefully, he walks past the creature and returns to the scientists. Now, with proof in hand, they mass-produce the pathogen-based treatment, which acts as a temporary camouflage, giving humanity a fighting chance. In the final scenes, Gerry is reunited with his family. He brings them the vaccine and also gives it to the CIA friend who helped them escape in the beginning. With new hope for survival and the potential for a permanent cure, the film ends on a powerful note. The fight isn't over, but now humanity finally has a weapon.